Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. Today's story is about a quiet boy. A boy who just asked a simple question, but it changed so much. Let's begin. Henry was like a quiet student in a quiet world. In school, when other kids laughed loudly and played outside, but Henry always sat alone under the big oak tree watching children playing. The sunlight shined as he read his book. He didn't speak much. His voice was soft, like leaves moving in the wind. He never raised his hand, never participated in games, and never made a scene. But he always watched. He listened. He thought. His teachers liked him because he was polite and smart. But many classmates forgot he was even there, but they looked back only when the teacher called his name. Henry lived in his own quiet world, filled with books and peaceful thoughts. Then one autumn afternoon, something unusual happened. In their weekly history class, the teacher, Mrs. Davison, told stories about war. She talked about countries fighting, families being broken, and cities destroyed. Her voice became quiet and slow. Her eyes looked sad. She said, "Through all of history, people keep hurting each other, again and again. Even when, deep inside, we all want peace." The room fell silent. No one whispered. No one moved. Most students looked down at their desks. The air felt heavy. Then, something really unexpected happened. A small hand slowly rose from the back of the room. It was Henry. For the first time ever, he was going to speak without being asked. The teacher looked surprised. The students turned their faces to look back at him. Henry's face turned red because of shyness, but he didn't look down. He stood up, took a small breath, and spoke with a lot of courage. His voice was soft, but clear. He asked, "Ma'am, may I ask you a question? Why do people hurt each other, when all of them want peace?" Nobody knew what to say about the question they heard, but really amazed. The question wasn't long. It wasn't anything special. But it was real. And honest. Even the teacher was shocked and didn't answer right away. She just looked at him, then slowly nodded, eyes filled with tears. The bell rang. But no one moved. The question was stuck in everyone's heart. After class, Mrs. Davison didn't erase the board. She picked up a piece of chalk and carefully wrote Henry's question. "Why do people hurt each other, when all of them want peace?" She drew a neat frame around it. And left it there. The question was still written there. The next day, the principal walked into the classroom. He read the question and looked at the whole classroom. He didn't say much. Just stood there for a moment, then quietly walked back to his office. That one question that was asked by a shy boy became something special. Years passed. The students grew up and achieved their dreams. Some became doctors. Some became teachers. Some became artists. But they all remembered that day. They remembered the quiet boy in the back. And his soft voice, that asked the question no one had thought to ask. One of those students was Ilara. She became a peace ambassador, a person who works to bring peace between countries. In her book, she wrote, "I chose my path not because of a famous leader, but because of a boy named Henry. He asked something that we all forgot to ask. He asked it with a true heart. Sometimes, you don't need to speak loudly. You don't need big words or strong arguments. Sometimes, just one honest question can stay in people's hearts forever." Quiet people often see more. They don't talk much, but they understand deeply. And one day, many of them lead others and become one of the powerful personalities in the world. And sometimes, the quietest voice creates the strongest change. Now, let's learn some important phrases. Say it with me. His voice was soft, like leaves moving in the wind. His voice was very quiet and gentle. Never made a scene. Didn't do anything loud or dramatic. Filled with books and peaceful thoughts. He liked to read and think quietly. Something unusual happened. Something different or surprising happened. Families being broken. Families separated or hurt. The air felt heavy. Everyone felt serious or sad. For the first time ever. He had never done this before. Took a small breath. Breathed in to feel brave. His face turned red because of shyness. He was nervous or embarrassed. Asked with a lot of courage. Bravely asked the question. The question was stuck in everyone's heart. Everyone kept thinking about it deeply. Drew a neat frame around it. Made a box around it on the board. Achieved their dreams. Reached their goals. Chose my path. Decided my life direction. I hope you liked the story and learned important words and phrases from it. So please do like, share and subscribe my channel for more great stories.